The Middle East is a region that has been engulfed in flames for decades. But if you strip away the layers of this geopolitical puzzle, you will find one central, explosive core: the bitter rivalry between the United States and Iran. On one side is the world's ultimate superpower, America. On the other is the most resilient, defiant, and influential power in the Middle East, Iran. Today, their shadow war keeps the entire globe on the edge of a catastrophic conflict. But have you ever wondered how two nations that were once inseparable allies became each other's greatest existential threats? Why is this animosity so deeply ingrained? And most importantly, is Iran on the verge of building a nuclear weapon? If they do, will the US and Israel launch a devastating preemptive strike? In this comprehensive 18-minute breakdown, we will unmask the entire history, the secret operations, and the high-stakes chess game of US-Iran relations. Make sure to watch until the very end, where we will analyze exactly how this explosive dynamic directly impacts global economies and regional superpowers like India. Let's dive in. To understand the anger of today, we have to travel back to the 1950s. It might shock you to learn that there was a time when Washington and Tehran were the closest of friends. Iran was a rapidly modernizing secular democracy. In fact, Tehran was widely celebrated as the Paris of the Middle East. But then came the discovery that changed the course of human history: oil. Iran possessed massive oil reserves, but they were entirely controlled by a British state-backed corporation. In 1951, Iran's democratically elected Prime Minister, Mohammad Mossadegh, made a historic move. He declared that Iran's oil belonged to the Iranian people and officially nationalized the industry. This defiant act was unacceptable to the West. Fearing a loss of control over global energy supplies and Western dominance, the British MI6 and the American CIA orchestrated a highly classified, covert operation in 1953, Operation Ajax. Through bribery, manufactured riots, and psychological warfare, the U.S. systematically dismantled Iran's democracy. Prime Minister Mossadegh was overthrown and placed under house arrest. In his place, the U.S. installed a monarch, Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, giving him absolute dictatorial power. The Shah became a loyal puppet of Washington, ensuring cheap oil flowed to the West while his own secret police, the Savak, brutally suppressed any internal dissent. It was here, in the ashes of their stolen democracy, that the seeds of Iranian hatred toward the United States were planted. Fast forward to 1979, the year that permanently fractured global geopolitics. Decades of public outrage finally boiled over into the Islamic Revolution. The US-backed Shah was forced to flee the country, and an exiled religious cleric, Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini, returned to claim power, transforming Iran into an Islamic republic. Khomeini famously branded the United States as the Great Satan. Just months after the revolution, on November 4, 1979, a crowd of radical Iranian students stormed the U.S. Embassy in Tehran. They seized the building and took 52 American diplomats and citizens hostage. This wasn't a standoff that lasted days or weeks. The Iran hostage crisis dragged on for a staggering 444 days. It played out on live television across the globe, deeply humiliating America. A high-stakes military rescue attempt ordered by Washington, Operation Eagle Claw, ended in a disastrous helicopter crash in the Iranian desert. This single event solidified Iran as America's public enemy number one. Diplomatic ties were severed, embassies were locked, and a permanent state of hostility was declared. For now, this is part 1. We'll share the rest of the story with you in the next part 2. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for more updates and daily geopolitical news short videos.